Well, hey there, and welcome to another Viewpoint Christian Academy Devotions. So excited this month to be able to encourage you with the scriptures. Not myself this month, it's going to be a special series from Mr. Nelson Varghese Jr. Mr. Varghese is one of the teachers here in our Ignitia online program, and he interacts with the students a lot. He scores things. He's sits in on a lot of Zoom sessions, etc. But he's going to be sharing a series of messages for you this month, in the month of March. So I'm so excited to be able to present him for you to be able to receive this message. So stay tuned. God bless.
Hi, good morning. This is Brother Junior all the way from India. And if you notice, I'm standing right next to a coconut tree, and you can see some coconuts over here as well. And I just wanted you to um, see how things are in India. Coconuts are right there. We can just pluck it and eat it. No, we can't, because it's the neighbor's tree, and we can't really pluck it without their permission. But you might hear some background noises as well, because people are doing other things as well. But it is a privilege for me to join with you and share some thought in another episode of Monday Moments. And so, what I have titled my Monday Moments devotional is spam. I don't know if you know about spam. So when I say spam, it's not the junk emails that you get in your email. The unwanted stuff that you or maybe your parents might get in their inbox. But that's not what I'm gonna talk about. And I don't know if you know about the the tin food spam as well. I'm not gonna talk about that as well. Some people, I don't know if you like spam or if you don't like spam, but that's not the spam that I want to talk about today. But the spam that I do want to talk about is the stuff that we need to embrace in every day of our life, and the stuff that we need to just practice in our everyday living. So I just want to encourage you with spam. So, what is the first word in the word spam? Oh, sorry. First, what is the first letter in the word spam? So that would be S. If you guess that, kudos. You're smart, brilliant. You're a brilliant kid. Anyway, so S, and I want to talk about submission. And when I say submission, I looked up online to get the definition of submission, and the Oxford Dictionary actually says it like this: that submission is actually the act or the action of accepting or yielding to a superior person, to a higher authority, to someone who is greater than you, or submission. In other words, if you want to say submission, is actually saying that you are willing to accept what another person of authority has for you. So you're submitting yourself to that person. So submission is really important in our lives, especially when we are young, because there's a great deal of blessing that comes with it when we submit ourselves to first of all God, and second of all to our parents, and third of all to our government. So those are the three things that I want to talk to you about today. The first thing is that we need to submit to God. In James chapter 4 verse 7, it says like this: that therefore submit yourselves to God, that you may resist the devil, and the devil will flee from you. And when I say that you need to submit yourselves to God, it is not just a one-time event, but you need to constantly submit your lives ever, since you're young, and all the days of your life. You need to get this into your practice by just allowing yourselves to submit to God, and just see and surrender yourself to His will, and just receive God's blessing by fulfilling the promise of God in your life. So the first person that we need to submit to is to God, and James 4:7 says that. So I really want to drive that into your heart, saying that even at this young age, you need to develop this habit of submitting yourselves to God, and not fulfilling what you want to do, but always yielding to God and saying, God, I just yield myself today. Every day when you pray, just pray to God, saying, God, I just want to yield myself today by by just not wanting to do the stuff that I want to do, but wanting to do the stuff that you want me to do, like schoolwork, for example, and assignments, for example, and projects and readings that you need to do. So those are the things that we need to be doing as well. But talking about submission, we need to submit to God first. And secondly, I want to talk about submitting to your parents. Submitting to your parents in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 1. We all know this by heart. In Sunday school, we have read it a lot of times and we have memorized it. But I want to talk about not just memorizing the scripture, but actually applying what we learn in our class in church and applying it to our lives. So when the writer of Ephesians, Paul, says that children, you need to obey to your parents, he is talking about submitting to your parents. So whatever your parents are asking you to do, you need to submit and you need to yield to them. You need to say that they always give us the best and they always care for us the best. And I've been there. I've been a child, I've been a teen, I've been a youth, and I've been an adult. There are these different stages in our life that we go through, but in all these stages of our life, we need to learn to submit, because when you're a child, you are not able to discern a lot of things. You're not able to make a lot of decisions. But I just want to encourage you to just allow your parents to guide you, because they want the best for you. So you need to submit to your parents and you need to yield to them and you need to yield to their decisions as well. So secondly, you need to submit to your parents. And finally, I want to talk about submitting to the government. This is a hard one, considering the things that are going around in the country of United States and even in our country, even in India, even though we're a democracy as well. But there are a lot of things that doesn't represent democracy. But still, we are called to submit to the government authorities. In Hebrews 13 and 17, it says that we need to submit to the government authorities as well. That we need to let them do their work, and more importantly, we need to pray for them and we need to uphold them in our prayers, so that they would be able to do the right thing, and they would have the strength and courage to act righteously. So if you want to voice out your opinion, make sure that it doesn't come out of anger, that it comes out of love for the lost soul that the person might have. So I really want to encourage you to also submit to the government as the Bible tells us to. So it is a tough one. I do agree that, but there's also a blessing in that. And I also want to remind you that we who are part of this government are just going to be part of it while we're here on earth. And we're not earthly citizens. While we might be earthly citizens by birth, but we're heavenly citizens by nature, by inheritance. So we who belong to this earth, the earthly things or the government should not disturb us. I don't want to say matter, but should not disturb us. And I want to be careful in saying that when you submit to your government, make sure that you submit wholly, but also not be afraid to voice out your opinions as well. These are the three things that I want to talk about submission. And if you had paid close attention, this is just the first session of our Monday Moments with the topic that I want to say the acronym that I want to share is about spam. So the first thing that we need to practice every day is submission, and that is submitting to God, submitting to our parents, and submitting to our government. God bless you. Have a wonderful day and week. Bye-bye.